We are going off the rails. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show dedicated to Disney and Tangents. I am your host, Frank, and today I will be joined alongside by a bunch of other great people, including Denny Sunderly.
Hi there.
Jackie Gailey.
Hello.
And Rhino.
Hello.
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 Hello, Governor.
Hello.
I don't know why it always comes out with a tinge of British.
Because there's nowhere to go but up. I'll tell you that much.
There it is.
We got there.
Oh, Lynn.
Oh, wow. What a great episode we have about to be on our doorstep. We are jumping back into the theme parks, specifically Magic Kingdom, for a little bit more love and appreciation after taking a brief break last week to talk about the current state of Walt Disney World and the Disney Plus and the Walt Disney Company as a whole. But we're jumping back into Magic Kingdom. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this week we are taking a stroll through Fantasyland proper, not New Fantasyland. We're gonna pretend like we see everything to the right, but we're not looking at anything to the left once we get past Pinocchio's village house. There's no roller coaster sitting there. There's no cottage with
Avert
Belle.
your eyes.
There's no Beast Castle. We don't see that. We'll see that perhaps next week, maybe.
Who knows?
Mehaps thinks that will happen.
Methinks.
Me thinks
Trip a little light fantastic.
Okie dokie. Before we get started, I need to remind you this is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content, you want to support us, please consider booking a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. It costs you no extra money, and you get the support of an amazing Dreams Unlimited Travel agent. Sure, head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com today for a free, no obligation quote and pizza. We don't sell pizza.
What's going on?
That's a Disneyland throwback to a video that I was at a media event and Rhino and Kylie were off doing a review of a pizza, and so Kylie said very awkwardly, she was like, "Sure, we have our pizza."
It's just really weird.
Yeah.
Love
Walking
that.
it back, which is so now anytime we get anything, we randomly will just be like, "Show, we just got our pizza."
So we just got
Pizza.
yeah. It's one of those ones
Awesome.
that just stuck.
Oh.
So, one day we will forget why we originally started saying it, but we will always sure.
Just say it.
Sure. You just got to say it. So
It's great.
Fantasyland, huh? I mean, we finally made it here. So we've been stalling on this one because, of course, we said we were waiting for Jackie to finally be a part of the group so we can hit some of the ones that we knew she had a lot to say about. So, Rhino, you no longer have to channel her.
You guys,
No, still there.
did you want me to do the Jennifer Coolidge version of Jackie?
No. We're still workshopping. We're still workshopping that one. Let's not reveal it. Owen Wilson is Jennifer Coolidge as Jackie.
We're taking the popcorn. Jerk. I don't want to say the actual quote from Legally Blonde. It's fine. We're taking the dog.
That's right.
That is perfect. That is fantastic. Yeah, we all love it. Okay, we are
The
going to
magic bend and snap. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I'll stop.
I have a feeling you're not actually
Created a
going to stop,
monster.
though. You're not going to stop. So we are going to talk about Fantasyland proper. So that, again, is everything that is not part of New Fantasyland. And New Fantasyland is the addition that came to Magic Kingdom in 2012, including Mine Train, all the Beauty and the Beast stuff, Mermaid, and Storybook Circus. We will focus on that. Next week, we're going to talk about everything else in Fantasyland, and we've got a lot to go over. And we're going to start with what I believe to be a classic. We finally hit number 40 on this top 40
Yay!
countdown with Kathy Katham. And coming in at number 40, we have Prince Charming Regal Carousel. Ride this classic attraction. That is such a terrible description on a map.
Sure is.
Ride this
It
classic.
tells you nothing.
Literally nothing about it. Title: Ride this classic attraction. Okay.
Yeah. This classic carousel from the 1900s still lives in the hearts of guests who get to ride it today. Can't be something like that. It's ride this classic attraction.
No. That's it. That's it.
That's all we got for it,
yeah,
too?
that's it. No, you should definitely do it. You should definitely. I rode the carousel
That's fine.
not too long ago. It was the first night that Happily Ever After was coming back, so it was in July, and it was just so much fun. It's been years since I've ridden it before then, but
Beignets.
Venues. It was so good.
Beignets.
It was just great.
No, that is. I
It was
think
so
there
much
is.
fun.
I think there's something truly special about the carousel at night, especially. it just something about the lights and, it's blinding you as you're spinning around in circles. There's just something really, really special about that. And, we all have our own favorite horses. Not all are made equal. I will say that much, but it's I like where do you like to sit, Denny? Just roughly.
I just want to be on one of the jumpers. Is it a jumper? It's the one that goes up and down. That's I'm okay. I don't have to be on the outside. I can be one in. I like being on the outside more. I like randomness of things. So I'll go on and just sit wherever. But this was at night. I was one in. It was a lot of fun. The lights are glowing. I always want it to be longer though. Like I'm not ready for them to wind it back down and stop it. No, let's go again. Let's keep going.
You and I are the opposite because I am always like, okay, I'm done. It's making me nauseous. I'm like,
gonna barf.
The spinning is happening too much. I've looked around too much. That was my own mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I go back and forth on that. Sometimes it feels like, yeah, we did just enough. Sometimes like, oh, I would have gone around 2 more times. Other times like, I think when I get stuck more towards the middle, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm done. This is boring. I'm just looking at the bud in front of me and that's it. And like, the ones that are closest to the inside, those are usually the smallest ones, mostly kid accessible. But like that, who wants to be on the inside ones? Like, come on, that's just in my ideal carousel. You only have outside seats.
That's it. Just one row of outside horses. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah. See, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
I do because I grew up going to Coney Island. So, because I used to spend a month every summer in New York, and my grandparents lived in Luna Park, so we would walk across the street and go to the beach.
That's the coolest thing.
And Luna Park. Yes. What? Oh my gosh. And so their carousel there was a special thing where they had rings. And so you would have to sit on the outside, one of the outside horses that went up and down, and you would lean over really, really far while you were holding onto the pole, and you would try to get a gold ring off of the whatever it was.
Dangerous.
Oh, I'm sure it was. And I bet that they probably don't allow that anymore. I don't even know if they still do it.
I believe from the research that Denny's trying to point out with it, that it still is at one theme park in Pennsylvania, amusement park. I can't remember the name of it, though.
I'll try to look it up.
Yeah, but no, I think there's still at least one park out there that still does the rings.
Oh, how
because,
cool.
But
what happens when you grab the ring? Is it like on a string?
You get it, and then you would turn it in and you would get another ride for free.
Noble's Carousel.
That's it. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Nobles.
So I haven't ridden Prince Charming Regal Carousel very often at Magic Kingdom. I think I've been on it maybe once, but I rode Disneyland's one more times than that, but always an outside horse and always the one that goes up and down. It has to go up and down.
I mean, not to get into this because this is appreciating what we have, so not detracting from it. But I think I just always have bad timing at our Prince Charming Regal because I feel like every time I get on, it immediately clicks into like be our guest, and so I immediately go into a nightmare of I'm spinning around in circles listening to this music box version of Be Our Guest, which is just not pleasant to me. It's like, I'm on a Prince Charming carousel. I want to hear some good Cinderella music, please. And thank you.
Nope,
not the right princess.
Okay, sorry.
Try again, Rhino.
No.
Someday my prince will come. That's Sleeping Beauty, right?
This is
Again?
Sleeping Beauty now?
I know you. I walked with you
No, that's
once.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, that's Sleeping Beauty. Rhino, we're looking for Cinderella.
Guys, I can't be everything for everyone.
Someday my prince will come.
Cinderella, night and day.
There you go.
Do
There
the
you go.
dishes, do the mopping.
We were looking for no, I almost went into the Someday now. That is still Snow White. Yours is oh my gosh, I started singing it.
Cinderella. This is la 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 la.
And
I guess I was more
a
interested in the
dream is a
mice.
wish
Oh
your
my God, the
heart
most
made.
famous Disney song probably ever. That's fine. That's
The
fine.
most famous
job,
one ever. I
everyone.
think
Yes.
Jiminy
So
Cricket
nice.
has something to say about
That's what
that.
you were just singing.
No.
When you wish upon
Oh yeah, that was a note. I like how he like circled it back down. Like you went very Clarabelle Cow with it.
Oh.
What?
dream come true.
Oh my gosh. Well,
There's no mooing sounds in this.
Mewing or mooing.
this is going bad because our next one might be full of song as
Hold
well
on.
too.
Time out.
Kenny, come on.
Time out, Craig.
Go on.
So, if you would like more carousel information, listen to Connecting with Walt. They have done a Disney Carousels episode. So props to Michael.
Wouldn't
and Craig
be able to
for
tell
It
that
was
from this segment.
It was super informative. It was cool.
I did all the
Zoe
research on David Caruso more than anything else, so it was wrong.
Of the
So
Swiss Family Robinson?
Family.
Isn't he in Swiss Family Robinson, or am I wrong?
David Caruso?
Isn't he like an
I think
explorer?
you're
or something,
you are
or-
trying to. I am not saying Robinson Caruso.
Yeah. Isn't he one
He's
of the
on
family?
NYPD Blue.
Okay. I was very confused.
That's him.
Never mind. Oh God, yeah, I was way off. Good Lord. Okay,
That's funny.
Jackie, say what you're going to say.
thought he was.
I can't remember.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Then
Carousels, David Caruso, NYPD Blue.
Oh my goodness.
Anything? No.
No.
Rats.
Shoot.
Rhino's really off today with it. It can't pull songs.
I-
It can't pull David
Yeah.
Caruso.
I was watching the VHS copies that you buy at a gas station was the problem.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I know what I
Gotcha.
was going to say.
Okay.
Zoe did a real
Yes.
deep dive on the carousel, but it was
Disneyland.
Disneyland, not
King Arthur.
Yeah, it was King Arthur. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the name of my dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
That's his carousel.
Aw.
Is he named after King Arthur?
I believe because when I adopted him, there was a corgi in his house that went to a friend's house, and that corgi's name was Lord Tyrion.
Oh.
And I didn't know anything about Game of Thrones, and now that I do, I was like, I think she just was naming all the corgis royalty, and the Tyrion one makes sense, I guess, because you know.
That's cool.
I mean, you can call dogs whatever you want, just not human
I
names.
do. I named one
That's
Rocket.
weird. I will always stand firm on that. Calling a dog a human's name, it's just strange.
Oh my gosh.
Strange.
Craig.
Rocket's name was going to be Tater Tot, and I was vetoed. And I was like, I'll call him Tate, and it'll be okay. And I said Tater Tot because they're shaped like
Yeah.
tater tots. And then I said Pork Chop like Doug. No. So then, luckily, Rocket passed. And when I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm signing the paperwork by myself.
Yeah.
Tater Tot.
Yeah.
Tater Tot Rocket.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I will say, one of my dog's names is Elvis, but no, at this point in time anymore, I don't feel like anyone would be bold enough to actually name their child Elvis. So I think it's officially now a name that has
You know what?
circumvented humans.
I'm getting a kid just to prove you wrong now.
You're going to name your child Elvis?
Elvis
order.
Clavin. Good to meet you.
You have a Pickles now, don't you?
Good to meet you, Elvis Pickles Clavin.
We go. Pickles doesn't really have a name.
Okay.
Pickles is more of a he's more of a sound. Like he never learned the commands. He hears the sound. So it's like you can just do anything. Pickles. And it's like, oh yeah,
That's me.
You mean me, Dad?
That's me.
Wait, is it our friend Miley?
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's me, Miley. Did you call me? I heard my name, Pickle.
Oh my gosh.
My daddy calls me Pickles.
Wow.
My godmother's Dolly. Dolly called me Pickles. I just
thing this
imagine
is
she
off
has
the rails.
bees in her mouth. Bees. It's me, Miley Cyrus. Hey, from Miss Smith, edible tail.
Well, speaking of pickles, we're coming in at number 41 with our next one. Mickey's PhilharMagic gets swept away in this 3D movie. They really ran out of things
I
to
don't
say by
know
the time
that
they
I
got
would describe it that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
For all of these like awful like 10-page long like press releases where they keep using the alliteration so repeatedly, when they actually get to the attraction, they're like, "It's open, ride it."
We've got 6 words. What do we want to do? Let's
Yeah.
just. Bleh. That's it. We'll tell nothing about the actual attraction.
You know, I never paid that much attention to these descriptions on their official map, but that's really weird because I don't see there, you're not getting swept away in that. I don't think.
I mean, swept away
Not
in the
in that
emotions.
description. Boom.
Swept away in the emotions. I mean, this is it's a really good 3D, 4D show. I mean, let's just
Love it.
It has all the hits that you could want and expect. It still gets the spread every time the champagne starts popping and Be Our Guest. I am done. About to make a drinking game for myself every time I have to say "Be Our Guest" in this show. I'm gonna do something to myself. I don't know, but
nailed it.
Have you seen the Coco scene yet? I haven't.
I haven't.
I have. No, it's
have?
good. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Okay.
It's really good.
Nice.
I feel like it blended in really, really well with the show. I love watching it. It's just for me, like considering we do travel to the parks every so often in terms of like for me Magic Kingdom usually is weekly unless I'm going through a funk, and then it's an every other week thing, so it's not something I do every single time, but unlike Country Bear Jamboree and such, but when I do stumble in there, I'm like, yeah, this is a good movie. Would I rather not have a movie and have something more physical? That's to be argued,
Like a
but
massage?
like a massage?
You mean like an attraction?
I mean, like,
physical.
well, in that space, originally it was the Mickey Mouse review that was all the figures of it,
And then it was the Lion King.
Oh,
it was
like
the-
three-dimensional.
Yes.
Like, okay. Sorry, I was like, what?
yeah,
I thought you meant like you wanted somebody to shake you or something.
Something
Like,
practical.
yeah. Well, that practical, physical,
Okay,
something real that you could reach out and touch. And granted, you could reach up and touch Dom butt if you had long arms.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
you were like Incredigirl, stretch.
Yeah.
But I'm
I don't know
not.
why you'd want to, but
Why wouldn't you want to touch Donald's butt?
I don't know.
Donald's butt.
Might be able to do it on the cruise line.
Because you're at sea and everything that happens at sea is acceptable.
Stays at sea.
Yeah, I believe that's according to maritime law.
Yeah. Mickey's maritime law.
Yeah.
That's why he set up shop out there.
Oh,
He's running some sort of sketchy ring out there. It's fine.
Hey, Rhino, what do you think of Mickey's PhilharMagic?
It's fine. No, I actually do. Mickey's PhilharMagic is one of my. I know it's just a 3D show, but it's one of those shows where I'm always like, I like the 3D. I know in the last couple of years the projectors were going a little bit, but I feel like I haven't seen it since Coco. But I'm assuming they were corrected and fixed a little with that. And I do look forward to seeing it with Coco. So I don't know. It just always puts me in a mood where I'm like, I want to go watch those movies now. And I like that there's an attraction that stars Donald. He doesn't get enough. He really doesn't get enough his time, because then they bring in that awful lady friend of his. She shall not be named. And I just feel like
Sassy pants.
so I'm like, I don't know. What else are they going to do in the space, I guess? Because I can't remember what was there before from when I was a kid. I know you guys said some of that stuff.
It
But
was I believe, the Legend of the Lion King, and it was a Lion King puppet style show. And
I don't remember that at all. Maybe I didn't see that.
a la Broadway.
Interesting. But no,
Precursor to Broadway. Precursor to
Yes.
Broadway, so not
Before.
as clean.
Those
but
type of puppets, though.
Yes.
Oh, I imagine
yeah.
hand
Ish.
puppets under a table.
Yeah, no, it
I
was.
feel like they were the forerunner.
It was. I would call it a precursor to what they realized they could do with it, and then Julie Taymor and all that guy that designed the stuff. The guy who designed the floats eventually I think he was the one who did the thing and the stuff.
Sure.
The thing and the stuff. Yeah,
Sure.
Okay, so
Anyway, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that kind of whimsical, fun stuff where we don't see enough like original Disney animation. We actually get to see that here. Here it is on full display for everyone. And like you said, Rhino, you kind of get invested in those movies again. You go, oh yeah, it's so much fun, and you can sing along and kind of it's a lot of fun. I do like the fact that they incorporate all of your senses, because there's the smell and there's the, the champagne pop. And I love turning around and seeing Donald's butt at the end, the whole 9 yards. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a people eater. And you need to have a people eater going on in Fantasyland.
Okay.
So
I'm going to point out a hard question to answer with it, though. If you had to get rid of one segment from it, what would you
Peter
get rid
Pan.
of?
Lion King.
Oh, Lion King, yeah.
Forget
What?
you guys. Forget you guys.
I'm
Forget
actually-
everybody in this room. Forget you guys. That's one of the best parts.
That's
I was going to say Lion King as
Were
well
you?
too, so
Were
I
you?
didn't.
That's
I
the
can't
one that
believe it.
immediately
Yeah.
came to mind.
Yeah.
Lion King.
Wow.
What?
I don't think it works
Peter Pan part
cohesively.
has 2 seconds. Why?
I think the aesthetic of it is so different to anything else that's going on.
I don't like all the
And for
spinning and all the
PhilharMagic.
heads.
There's a-
and
That's
The
the part where he
color
comes out the
palette.
most 3D to you, though, and
it
and
is,
you're like
yeah.
his cute little mouth, and like
It's a little, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need it though.
love it.
Like
No, I
even
don't know why.
even though I don't want Be Our Guest in there, it makes me laugh every single time he strikes it up and it starts that segment. I like the start of it. I just don't like where it goes from there.
I like when Donald burns his hands on the pie.
Got to
Okay.
keep your eye on the pie. Not your hands.
There you go.
I can't believe you.
Can't believe it.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I
We
guess
vote
you're
Lion
making a
King
valid
out.
point. Aesthetically, it's very different from the rest.
What
but
would you
Yeah.
take out? What
Peter
did you
Pan.
say?
No,
It's like
Not-
2 seconds. It's
No.
not even.
No. The way it all,
Got
the
it
way
next
it all
door. It's
plays.
I
next
guess
door.
I guess like it does have a good transition to the Aladdin Jasmine part. I'll give it that.
That's
if you
my
could add a scene into it, what would you add into it?
Oh dear.
Zootopia. No.
Zootopia. Aw.
I would actually,
I'd add
even
in
though
Mulan.
I actually would say Zootopia. While I don't like it, I think it could be really funny. Like especially what are your dancing cheetahs or your dancing
The
that you're
glitter
obsessed with?
tigers. Can you get over yourself? The glitter tigers.
Yeah, your glitter tigers. Think about putting
That'd be
Donald
really
in
good.
right with them
Oh,
as
that'd be
try
cute.
everything as being.
And then he gets glitter all
Yes.
over him.
yeah,
And Shakira's singing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys
That's
are
a
right. You
great
sold me.
tune, too.
I was right. You're right. I had a great idea, and I should have just.
Well, and Nick
committed
and
to
Judy
myself
are
there.
in the Magic Kingdom. Like there's precedent for it, right? So because we get to
Well, you know what? We'll swap out the Lion King show for them.
there.
So it's animal for
Done.
animal.
Yep.
Done.
yeah,
Done.
I actually think it would
do it.
work.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would
I
work
think
well.
it would. Yeah, me too.
You're welcome.
Good job.
There you go.
Yeah. Other than that, or I would like Frollo singing Hellfire.
Of course.
not Quasimodo. Just the. I'd
Just
love it.
Frollo.
I'd love it if it was just that opening scene where he kicks the mother down the stairs. That would be hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
She lands
In
on top of Donald.
3D, and the body flops out, and when it happens, the air blows out at you again.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Wow.
Warm fuzzies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look we should be in charge of this, shouldn't we?
The children. Think of the children.
Yeah, we should be in charge of traumatizing kids all over. That would be
Yes.
good. Yeah.
That would be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, Rhino voted to get rid of Peter Pan's flight. Well, Peter Pan. So now we're going to move on to our number 42, Peter Pan's flight. Peter Pan. Fly with Peter Pan aboard a magical ship. It's
not
funny
good,
it says that
Mm-hmm.
because Peter Pan's never
You
flown
don't.
with me aboard that magical ship, but I guess I could fly alongside Peter Pan on a magical ship. And you know what? It's good.
It's so good.
Is it good?
It's
Is
so
it good?
Are you what?
It's fabulous.
It's not good.
It's fantastic.
Guys, it's not great.
Explain yourself.
It's not great. And I don't mean to be like, the other one's better. The other one is better. I had never done it. All the times I had gone, I finally did it at Disneyland. Why don't we have the star scene?
Yeah.
Where we're going through the stars. That part is so good.
It's
My
good.
problem with the Walt Disney World one is it's way too short. I feel like I like what the part when you fly over London and it's all just like, it's like boom and over after that so quickly. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I just feel like it should be longer.
Yeah.
And I don't
See,
know.
and I thought Walt Disney World, I thought
I don't
this
hate
one
it.
was longer because of the mermaid scene that's not at Disneyland.
I do feel like Walt Disney World's is slightly longer. Like I think we have more time to linger on looking at Nana. And
Yeah.
there's I honestly
What did you call her?
Nana.
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 Nana?
Nana.
Nana.
Nana. It's me being British again.
Yep.
Nana. I think the ideal Peter Pan's flight would be a blend of some of the elements from Disneyland and some of the elements from Walt Disney World. But you know what? We don't have that.
And you know what? we
No,
never
we
will
don't.
because they'll have to bring all 4 attractions that are in that same building up to code at the same time, and they will never do that. That's why
is wild.
that's why none of those things happen. They all share the same building. So once one thing happens to one, they have to bring it up to modern day stuff, and then it's a lot bigger of a project than people think it is to change anything.
But what else is in that? Because you've said that before. Really, just PhilharMagic. What gift shop?
There's a gift shop outside of when you exit PhilharMagic. There's a gift shop.
The gift shop
right
too.
there
Yeah.
on the right.
Yes.
So the attraction, the gift shop.
The Hall of Presidents, I thought. No? Are they not sharing the same building? What's under that roof? Guys, I don't know. I'm looking up a map right now. Overhead.
Well, yeah, but we know you would want to go to Google Maps for that.
Yeah,
because
there's
Park
fake
Map
trees.
is going to, they're going to not show the actual connection. I feel like, if anything, it would be Columbia would be more connected.
It is.
Columbia Harbor House
Columbia
would be
Harbor
connected
House.
to it.
I was told that there was an issue
That's
that
what
they
it
were
looks-
like, they can't do it. What am I looking for?
It's the
where are we?
restrooms.
Fantasyland?
No, they used to be restrooms. Now it's part of the queue of Peter Pan.
Okay, then there's no excuse. This ride should be better.
I'm not looking. We'll figure. Columbia, Columbia doesn't have an elevator up to the second floor, so that definitely is something that, you could argue, but I genuinely don't know. And I'm sorry for calling you out on asking for it for the first time now, but you've said it before, and I've never bothered to look on a map.
It looks like the Hall of Presidents is the same building, so I don't know how they would.
Well, there's no
How
code
they
issues
keep
that would be with
changing
Hall of
that.
Presidents.
There's no what?
There would be no code issues with Hall of Presidents.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because they do that every year, so I don't know. It says Peter Pan's Flight, Fantasyland Fairy Tale Castle, and all age attractions. I don't know what that is. That's on Google Maps. The Columbia Harbor House, Cinderella Fountain, Mickey's PhilharMagic, and the gift shop. Yeah, so I don't know. They should redo it then.
There you go.
Sleepy Hollow is technically the same building as well.
That's a big building.
Memento Mori is the same building.
But there should be
They all share a roof. That's insane.
a handicap accessible
Yes.
vehicle for Peter Pan's Flight. Several of them, so that everyone gets a chance. I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, this ride among, above some others, every kiddo should be able to go on that. Every person.
Yeah.
Everyone should be able to fly.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
No,
It's an important ride.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they would have to completely change the dynamic of the ride system, because it's a complete moving belt. So
Yes.
it would they would have to essentially, to be able to accommodate it, they would either have to be constantly stopping it, or they would have to come up with a system similar to, which they already stopped.
Skyliner.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And they would have to stop it just like Haunted Mansion, but Haunted Mansion is a lot longer, so it's easier to make the ride experience still better. It doesn't detract from Haunted Mansion when you stop in the middle of it. But Peter Pan, when you're talking about a 90-second ride, stopping, it's I'm trying to think about it in terms of time and distance, but really it needs to be like Skyliner. It needs to be like Forbidden Journey. Have a bubble system where it could pop in.
They need to add an extra scene, and when they add the extra scene, they can do what they did for Toy Story Mania at Hollywood Studios, when they added another track that could offshoot that way, and that's how they. That's
that's a dispatch ride, so that's how they're able to do that type of system. For something that's continuously moving, it makes it a lot more difficult to do that.
It's gotta be a bubble.
Don't think I like the Disney Peter Pan movie very much, is the problem. I'm a big Peter Pan fan, like the book, the play, the Hook. Yes, Hook was my Peter Pan growing up, and so I feel like I don't love the Disney version. I just don't find it to be as magical as some of the other. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So it's never been one of the classics for me in my house. We watched the Mary Martin, the PBS Peter Pan, the one of the play. We have to clap along to bring Tinkerbell back to life, that sort of stuff. So that's I feel like for me, Peter Pan's always been a very live action character more than an animated character. So I think that's all. I think that's my weird. I just don't have an attachment.
Yeah.
But
I totally do.
I do emotionally, but it's to the Robin Williams Hook, and I remember my grandfather telling me how to get to Neverland and all that stuff, and then becoming fascinated with Peter Pan. It's just never, for some reason, never touched the Disney one, I guess. So it's
I think it was because when I was a kid, there wasn't those other options, and I think that the Peter Pan movie was the first tape that we had for the VCR. Like, I think it was the first video that we ever bought in our house. And my bedroom was on the very top floor of our house. And it was a flat ceiling, and then the walls curved, or they didn't curve. They went down like this, and then they went down like this. And I had a window at the end of the house, right in my room. And it just reminded me of Wendy's room for whatever reason. It just, And so I always, I used to associate myself with Wendy, and I would look outside sometimes at night and see the stars and hope that, maybe Tinkerbell and Peter Pan would come and get me and whatever. I've always lived in Fantasyland ever since I was a little kid. So, and we used to have a place back home in Seattle that was actually called Neverland. Oh. And it was a kid's outdoor kind of a carnival type of
Michael Jackson's house?
It was not, because it was in Washington.
Oh, okay.
So it was definitely not that. But we never went there. We only drove by. And the huge sign was do you remember the old California that used to be in front of California Adventure?
Yeah.
So it said Neverland, and it was similar to that, where it was these huge letters. And I just always dreamt of wanting to just go through those gates and go in there and see what was in there. And we never went there because it just wasn't something that we could afford to do. And so anyway, it was always this fantasy to me. So I feel like riding the Peter Pan's Flight attraction means that I get to go out of the window and see what's on the other side and see what it looks like.
See, that's nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
I love it so much.
It's so different than anything else that you're going to experience there in Fantasyland, I feel like. It's just, you have an aerial image of literally everything. And the London scene is my favorite. And I lean over, as much as I can to see, all the details. When my kids were little, it freaked me out because I am desperately holding on to them because I don't want them to lean over and end up down in the middle of London.
Right.
That would be bad. So I remember just clutching onto my kids as we were in the attraction.
Yeah.
But there's just something about it.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, Peter Pan's Flight. How fun. That was a fun conversation there. But we're going to move on with number 43 on our list. It is It's a Small World, where you take a boat tour around the globe.
Is that the description online too?
Yep.
You know what? I'm okay with this one.
We got
I'm okay
7
with
words,
this. Yeah.
Rhino. We're doing the best we can
Seriously.
with those 7 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know else how. I mean, you hear a bunch of kids sing the same song
Yeah.
in different languages. That's
Yeah.
too many words. Too many words.
Too many.
Yeah.
Small puppets sing a song in languages from around the globe.
Beautiful, Denny.
Yeah, that was
There it is.
absolutely.
Who knew that Denny was a secret haiku writer?
I know, right? There it is. There it is.
I love It's a Small World.
Yeah.
I love it. And what I love so much about it is that I love writing it with my mom, because my mom was a small child at the 1950s World Fair and in New York, and she was there with my great grandma. And so she got to see that attraction as a tiny, tiny little child. And so I just think that that's really fun. And I love watching her on it. I love to sit next to her on the boat. And especially when she was holding one of my kids, because she would point things out and just the smiles on her face and the kids' faces. And I just love it. I have this picture. I should have brought it with me. Actually, I should have brought it. But she's holding my daughter when she was only 2 years old. And so it's the sides of their faces looking at the facade at Disneyland, but they're looking at the facade. You can't see the facade. You just see the sides of their faces and maybe one of the lamps or something. But it's just such a fun, the song is fun to me just because of all of that. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love going through the different rooms. And it's so different at Disney World than it is,
It is.
at Disneyland.
And it's fun to go on a boat attraction. What's not to love about a boat attraction?
Yeah.
So no, this is a favorite of mine and my sister, and it's not something that drives me crazy. I know the song drives a lot of people just nuts, but I like it. Maybe if I got stuck on it for 45 minutes, I wouldn't like it. But I like it. And I like getting to see all the different details that they've added to it. The little, I like the can dancers and the Paris scene the most. But it's a lot of fun. And it's good for everyone in the family. Like grandma's going to like it. Your kiddo's going to like it. You're going to enjoy it. It's literally, it's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Rhino, what's your favorite country on It's a Small World?
I think heaven.
Heaven, the heaven room.
Yeah.
Do you need me to bleep that one out too?
So great.
I don't know. The one with the rhino in it. I want them to make the figure of him in the cheetahs doing the thing in the rainforest and the hippo. I know those are
That'd be cool.
Like 3 different places, but that's fine.
We all know exactly where you're talking about, though.
I mean, a great description of a continent, but not one singular country on there. But that's okay.
Yeah.
I like the duck-billed platypus.
Oh, they are
With the snowballs?
cute.
Like,
Yep, they're pretty cute.
They're so cute.
Yeah. And I
Craig,
like
what's
the
your
wolf
favorite
hoodies.
country?
Yeah, smart.
Oh
pants.
man. That's a tough one. I've never thought about it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, throw him out, but he can't take him.
Oh, that's
What are you, one of the
He
platypuses on the ride?
as you know what? No, because like in the past, I would say probably the entire Polynesian / Australian segment, but I don't. Now that just feels like a really bare room, which it is just a really bare room. I kind of like something about like the Central and South American rooms. I like the feel in there. There's something positive to be said about all of the rooms, minus
sure.
the heaven room, because at that point you're like, at the
Did they
heaven
die?
room.
Is this World War III?
We've got a lot of tots. No, sorry, angels. We've got a lot of
Never
angels.
heard
Tots are
called
just
that.
angels that
Yeah,
haven't died
Teresa
yet.
calls it that.
Does she?
That is the heaven room.
I never heard it called that before.
Because they're all angelic and
In
Yeah.
white.
and
I mean,
getting
it's funny,
along.
but I know
and
exactly. Yeah, like
It's paradise.
that's really funny.
Yeah. It's definitely not their purgatory, but it could be ours.
I mean, they have a
Deep
Ferris
thoughts.
wheel.
If it breaks down, if it backs up.
There's
Street
a
smart.
Ferris wheel there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow. Oh, Jackie's making a bold stance. Ferris wheels won't be in heaven.
I feel like this.
scary.
She's writing a song, like a
Yeah,
folk song
they're
right
not my
now.
favorite.
yeah.
There won't be
There won't
No
be
Ferris
wheels in
heaven.
You won't see anybody.
Oh my gosh, that is really funny. See,
Just call
I should
this
be writing
episode.
country
There
songs.
won't be any Ferris wheels in heaven. It'll be the song that moves everyone to tears. Like,
it will surely.
That
Ferris
was
wheels.
number 43 on the
just to go.
Now we're gonna take a jump to number 47 on this countdown list. Mad Tea Party, where you spin around and around in a giant teacup.
That's
And
actually accurate.
Yeah,
That is
we finally got to one that was right.
I think they did a fantastic job at that description. I love Mad Tea Party. There is nothing like riding Mad Tea Party with Craig Williams, because I will spin the heck out of it. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll pay for it later. But you know what? It is a classic Disney carnival ride. And I am just, every now and then, you just need it. You need it.
Yep. Yep. It's fun. It's fun.
Rhino, what do you have to say?
It's not for me.
It's
Not for me.
Rhino, this is appreciating
Oh.
the attractions.
fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I used to be just like Craig
fine.
about the Mad Tea Party.
You spin it
I
around
used
like
to.
crazy?
We used to grab that thing and just spin it like crazy and laugh our heads off. And we didn't pay for it either. It was fine. But then all of a sudden one year we went and I had to sit on the concrete where the little tiny door is right across the walkway over at Disneyland. I had to sit down as soon as we exited the gate from the Mad Tea Party because I was so not okay. And that was the last time I rode the Mad Tea Party.
This is like the scene from Stand By Me.
It was done.
When if you are sitting there, are you okay if someone else is spinning?
Yeah.
You're okay. I'm okay if I'm the one hovering over the middle doing the spinning because I'm more in the center of the cup, sort of, slightly. Yeah. If I lean forward and I'm doing that, I went the last time, full disclosure, I've not been on it in 8 years. 8 years.
Oh, don't test your luck now.
Last time,
Don't test your luck now, yeah.
I know. The last time I went on it with my son, who spun the living crap out of it. And I could not walk straight when I got out of the teacup. Like, could not. And I just thought, oh my God. What's going on?
Me.
My husband has video of it, like just from his phone of me just going, ah! Like, I had a great time when I was on it, but I could not walk straight, see straight, anything afterwards.
Does Kylie do it? Does she let you spin it?
She does not like it, but if she is on with me, she understands that there will be spinning involved. Listen, you go hard or go home. If you're not willing to do the attraction the way it was meant to be, you get out.
Man,
Beat it,
Craig.
bozo. You gotta spin me right round, baby. Right round, like a record
player.
baby. Right round, like a
That.
Yeah, you're skipping.
I just want to know your name.
Oh my gosh.
Mustard.
Perfect.
Only line I know.
There you go.
Mustard.
That's
That is awesome.
Is that Uncle Albert?
yeah.
My uncle's name is Albert.
I mean, I
How cool
For
is
real.
that?
I mean, it's the same voice, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is. It's Edwin. So the problem is, I thought that you were thinking that was a line of the song.
No,
You just like were mustard.
mustard. You know the part when it gets to the video, in the music video, and then they say mustard.
Yes.
You
Fantastic.
spin me right round, baby. Mustard.
Okay. Okie dokie. Coming in at number 48, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Travel through the 100-acre wood in
Did you say
an
Vinny?
oversized honey pot.
Like my cousin Vinny.
My
So
cousin.
it's just,
My Pooh.
and then boom, the honeybees got you right in the head.
Penny the Woo.
yeah, Vinny the Woo.
Penny the Woo.
Vinny the Woo.
I like Vinny the Pooh and his ride. It always surprises me when I get on. I go, oh yeah, this is really fun. This is just delightful, and the track does different things, and
Yeah.
it's
I like
just
the-
fun.
How you kind of go like this.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I like the heffalumps and woozles. And I love it.
I always think it's such a trippy attraction because the part when like Pooh dies or whatever happens to him and he becomes the ghost. I just love how he always like, it doesn't happen slowly. He's just like, woo! And he's like gone. And you're like, my God, why wouldn't you have woken up? It's like Inception or something. But like, it's a weird attraction. Like I do remember Mr. Toad used to be right there, right?
Yeah.
And then across from that was where 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea was.
20 of them, but you know.
20 of
I would only
discount
go
it.
halfway down. I wouldn't go all the way. But no, but I think that I feel like it's good that we have representation of Winnie the Pooh in the parks because it's like even though it is not an original Disney property, it still was one that he went about acquiring while he was alive, and so it's like I remember him talking with the cartoons and everything. So it's like I don't know, it feels right, like it should be there. Also, like I don't know. I don't really know what the end of that sentence was, but I started it.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to get at is you are under the assumption that Winnie the Pooh dies. First, he goes to a
Like Mr.
darker
Toad.
place. Yeah, a darker place full of scary creatures.
Yeah.
And then
like on Mr. Toad.
but then he redeems himself.
Yes.
and is able to travel back through the earth, and then he eventually ends up in his own personal Valhalla, which is a big honey contraption, and then he parties with the rest of his friends in heaven. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you know the party scene I'm talking about.
With the big pink cake.
Oh, I'm talking about when he's leaning out of the tree and all the honey's pouring all down him, and he's making it rain, and he's doing the thing.
Well, that's when he gets to heaven, and then after that, they throw a party that he has arrived.
See, I never thought he died. I thought he blew away because it was a blustery day.
Spiritually? I don't know. Is that why he flies away so quickly?
Jackie, I don't think we're truthfully inferring that
He doesn't really die.
No, I know, but I'm like, wait,
Wait, he doesn't. But Pooh is alive.
I never thought about it that way.
Die. No.
That's why there's only the one attraction.
The parallels
'Cause he's dead.
are there.
Yeah. No, it's very much like
Pooh's
Narnia.
dead.
It's very much like
that scene.
Oh,
No. Roseanne. Like
Pooh is the equivalent of Aslan in
the Lion, the Witch, and the Warden.
yeah. Like
Yes.
we're also Gandalf the Grey turning into Gandalf the White. You know.
Honey, you fools.
Oh my god. That's kind of awesome.
Can we get someone to draw us?
Can we get
Pooh is
a
Gandalf.
Pooh as Gandalf with
Yes.
his little staff?
But it has to be in the Pooh. Honey, you fools.
Honey, you fools.
Oh my goodness.
Please.
And then he falls, and Piglet's left there going, "Oh bother." Is it? No, Pooh says that. What does Piglet say?
He's kind of like all squirrely,
He's
like
just nervous.
Okay, I thought he
He's
was
actually
something too.
nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's an echoing "Oh bother" as he falls falls
Yes.
off of the
Oh my
ravine.
goodness. See, we've got
Oh bother.
Oh, well. There went Pooh Bear.
Mhm.
I've got this ring. It's mine.
Who would Rabbit be?
Rabbit
This
would
ward.
definitely be Gollum. It wouldn't be Eeyore.
Oh.
There's no question. Yeah.
Yes.
I think Eeyore would be like the Samwise Gamgee being like, I guess I'll carry you, Mr. Frodo.
Oh my god. I do see the parallels of Rabbit though. Like because Rabbit
It's
in
carrots.
Pooh, it's always no, no, Pooh,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my honey, not my carrots,
Yeah.
my preciouses.
Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. We'll just map out the entire Lord of the Rings story as told through Winnie the Pooh. It's like,
Oh my goodness.
The 100-acre woods take on a new meaning.
yeah, like Owl is probably actually Bilbo. Like feels like he could be the one that kickstarts it. I don't know. Or maybe that's Christopher Robin. I don't know.
I know Christopher Robin's definitely Aragorn.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Does that mean Kanga is like the elf lady?
Are you talking about Kate Blanchett or
yeah,
Liv
Kate
Tyler?
Blanchett. I was talking about Kate Blanchett, not the other one.
Would Rue be? Well, Rue would easily be Legolas, I think.
Yes, yeah. Who then is Eeyore? Who is the guy from Indiana
Gimli?
Jones? Yeah, who's
Gimli.
Gimli?
That could be Eeyore.
No, Eeyore's got to be Samwise because he's got to complain about having to carry Pooh. Well, Pooh's not. Who is the main character? What's the main character of that movie's name? Frodo. Who is Frodo?
Winnie. Oh no, because Winnie the
Winnie
Pooh is
can't
Gandalf.
be everybody.
Who's Tigger going to be?
Oh, he's not Frodo. Oh, Tigger's the one who's eating the breakfast all the time. Tiggers love second breakfast.
So then, could we say that Tigger is an amalgamation of all of the hobbits?
He's the two together. He's Merryweather and
And
Periwinkle, whatever the other two names are. Pip. And then, so then we still don't have a Frodo. We don't have anyone starting the story.
Ugh.
Fun.
We all know the orcs are the Heffalumps.
Well, we have Gopher would actually be a Gimli.
Oh, Gopher would be a good Gimli.
Gopher would be a good Gimli.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Okay,
Guys,
well, we'll get started
any
on
artists out there, we are going to commission a piece.
this. We will be willing to pay you nothing,
The 1,000-acre
Winnie the
Middle
Pooh.
Earth.
but we will appreciate you in continuity, in perpetuity.
I just want
Perpetuity.
Pooh with the
Perpetuity.
staff and the...
Oh,
Honey,
bother.
you fools.
Honey, you fools.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're moving out of attractions in Fantasyland. We're moving on to dining. Coming in at number 50, we have Cinderella's Royal Table, and I think this one will be easy because Rhino and I haven't eaten here. Would love to. Denny has once, and Jackie has.
I have a
once.
few times.
Yeah, a couple times. So
Three actually.
take it away then.
I absolutely love Cinderella's Royal Table. Of course, you guys already know this, but it is just there is nothing cooler than being inside of Cinderella Castle. Like, it is just.
It doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
How do you get up in it?
Walk in there and you are
in
a castle, the castle,
castle.
eating there. What?
Yeah. It's so cool.
What did you say, Ryan?
How do you get in it? How do you get into, like, how do they get you up in there?
Well, you walk in. Well,
it's the back side of the castle.
Yeah.
There's a door. There's a check-in spot.
Right across from Sir Mickey's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the door.
Yeah.
And then they've got they've got a landing, like an area where you can take pictures by a fireplace. Of course, that's a little bit different now with all the COVID protocols that are currently happening. But you can take your own kind of snapshot there if you want to. And then you go up, you start your ascent. You go up the winding stairs.
And they're right along the wall.
Yes. Yes.
So cool.
So around the circular part of the turrets of the castle, you are walking inside of those up to the dining room.
No.
It's so
See,
cool.
that is cool.
It is
And
really neat.
we got to go up the elevator once because there was a huge party going up the stairs. And so the cast member that checked us in that year, she took us in the elevator.
Cool.
And the elevator is so cool. And it's round. And the reason it is round is because it is the perfect size for Cinderella's dress.
Oh my goodness.
And I was just like,
The elevator?
there's an elevator.
That's funny. No, that's funny that they said
and
that.
it's
like-
round.
yeah.
That's
the
so cool.
actual shape of the elevator
Yeah.
is round.
Yeah, so normally you would walk in and you'd have your own little meet and greet with Cinderella and get your picture. So she's not
Yes.
there right now. So she's upstairs. She'll come out and wave to the tables and make eye contact with you, that whole 9 yards.
Gross.
That's nice.
Paying for
What?
that eye
It's so
contact.
good, though.
That's it. That's what you get. But I mean, we had breakfast there, and I am a grown adult and thought, oh my gosh, this is just some of the coolest stuff I've gotten to do here at Walt Disney World is get to sit here and eat breakfast, begin my Magic Kingdom day here eating, and the food was great. I really enjoyed the food. I've not been there for dinner, so
We've had all 3 meals there. And my most recent time was with my daughter. And it was so cool. We had lunch. Her and I had lunch there. And it was just so cool because the food was incredible. And it was just her and I. And we made the reservation on a Friday for the very next day, Saturday.
that's cool.
And it was a total surprise to her. She has never really been a princess kind of girl. She's more into Tinkerbell with the sass. That's just always been her thing. But I wanted her to, she had great memories of having dinner when the whole family was when we were all flying in from Seattle. So we all had dinner there after she had a visit at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And she was all in her in her Tinkerbell costume because that was what she had chosen. So, and so it was fun for her to get back there. She was, I want to say she was 14 when we went, and she was really excited to be there. And they put us at a window table that overlooked the carousel. And so just looking out of those magnificent stained glass windows out into Fantasyland, you just felt like you were somewhere other than, a theme park.
It was something special.
It was so cool, really special. And, they treat you kind of like royalty when you're in there. Like, it was just so cool. Yeah. I would go there in a heartbeat again.
Me too.
Yep. I hope you guys
Okey-dokey.
get to go there one day.
I don't know. You kind of sold me against it.
Oh, Craig.
But I still want to eat there so I can say I've eaten
Yeah,
there.
just to see it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
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 So cool.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, coming in at number 51, Pinocchio Village House. House. I think this is, the food's not great. Let's not.
Thank you.
This is an
just start
appreciation. This is an appreciation thing. Let's just say, you know what though, if you're really hungry, get that half a
They're
flatbread,
hungry,
and it will it will give you some sustenance to keep you going for a while. But really, I mean, you visit here for, in my opinion, like the theming in terms of like feeling like you're in this little like German restaurant or Italian Alps, an Alpine restaurant, I should say, is the best way to put it. You know, you have that, you might get lucky and have a great view of It's a Small World looking through the windows. I like sitting outside on the second story, and you can sit in the second story inside as well too. But I like that there's lots of seating there. I appreciate some good seating, and that's good seating.
And air conditioning.
Air conditioned air seating, yeah.
Just in case. I didn't know that there was a second floor until 2 or 3 years ago. Like
Wow.
I didn't realize. And I think my youngest was the one who said, "Oh yeah, you can sit up. Like we sit up there all the time. Like Andy and their friends sit up on like what? What?
I didn't know until just now.
Yeah. It's like I'm
second
learning
floor.
it right now.
Yep.
I'm like,
So
what?
the second floor inside is a little smaller. It's not, and it's dark up there. So I've sat up there with my laptop before trying to do work, and the Wi-Fi is not great in that right there in that location too. But there's an outside patio as well, and you can kind of overlook all the stuff. Sometimes it's cordoned off, so you can't go up there.
Yeah, I mean, pre-COVID, it was all like sometimes randomly it would be blocked off, but you could most always do it. But then, like with COVID, they were putting Jiminy Cricket up there, and so that made it a little difficult. But no, the second story seating. Anytime you get second story seating, go for that second story. Don't settle with first. Don't
I
settle
just
with the
didn't know
first
there was
story.
a second story.
No, that's fine.
Like,
That's
at
fine.
all.
Yeah. No, and if you go to the one upstairs, at least I know there's like one window that can help bring in a little light, because I filmed at least one video from the inside on the upstairs. And
Trying to find the light.
It's it's the opposite of being blinded by the light.
It's true.
No, nothing.
I didn't care for it.
I wasn't asking you about the restaurant.
Oh, I didn't go. Oh, you reference. I see you.
Shh, 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 shh. Shh, 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 shh. So let's pretend that Rhino was paying attention.
I was paying attention. I heard second floor, and I work with my laptop in the dark.
Pinocchio village in his house.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the other restaurant still.
Holy
Oh
cannoli.
my gosh, that's even worse.
No,
That's
I don't
worse.
know why my
Okay.
brain skipped.
Okay.
I did hear us start the Pinocchio discussion. I don't know why I thought you were back to the other way.
Even
yes,
worse.
second floor is better. Less people are usually up there. When they're up there, they're annoying.
Wow, we're going to scoot through the rest of these so we can keep Rhino's attention going. We're going with number 55, Cheshire Cafe.
Never heard
God, shut up.
Just kidding.
I hate
of it. They
you.
have the tails there.
I've never had one.
I've only had one. It was with Craig. It
Then-
melted.
Yeah.
It melted.
It was very
It was a hot day.
slippery. Yeah, it was a very
Yeah.
hot day.
It was a hot May day, and they've got chocolate. I mean, it's a braid. It's a braid,
Right,
and so
right.
the chocolate's on the inside, and so it will get a little gooey. I mean, it's a good treat, Denny. I feel like you would be a little bit harsh with it, because I feel like you've probably made a better braid in your day, but ultimately, it's a good
try.
treat. It's a good treat
Good.
for a good price. And,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
you're right in that Alice world.
Isn't it the signature treat? Is that?
Yeah,
Did I make that up?
it is. No, it is. And they had it for a while at Cosmic Rays.
That's right.
'Cause
Still
that's
there, I
where-
believe.
Is it still there? Well, that's where I had it for the first time. My kids, we were there and had lunch, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, the Cheshire Cattail is on the menu!" Yeah, and so we were inside, so it didn't get all melty and gooey.
Nice.
It's so good.
Yeah. A lot of times the ones in Cosmic Rays were stale, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's weird. I can't imagine them serving day old. Like, I can't
Oh, I
imagine them
can.
keeping
Denny.
them overnight.
You're being way too nice.
That's Jackie.
I'm so sorry. I just got
That's
Jackie.
That's on me.
Yeah, this isn't appreciating Disney, but we have to be honest. Disney's not always perfect, and
No, I know.
just with like buns and stuff at restaurants, you're 50-50 on if they're
Sometimes, yeah. Well, and they have a 50th anniversary slushie right now, don't they? I think they do. at Cheshire.
like two of them. I
Yes,
think there's
I think
one
you're right.
tea-based and then one other one.
Because
Yeah.
I looked last week and I thought maybe, and then I just went, no, because I talk myself out of those things way too often. I need to just drink the slushie.
Good. I like that. I like that attitude. Yeah. Coming in at number 56, Storybook Treats. This is where you get your ice cream.
Soft serve.
Wait, where?
Yes. Storybook Treats, right beside the Friar's Nook, which was coming in at number 57.
Okay. Yeah.
So, you get your tots first, not your angels. You get your tots.
You get your tots.
And
these are potatoes that haven't tied yet.
That's true. So if you have your choice between soft serve and hand dipped, so we're talking Storybook Treats or the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, which one are you gravitating to? Because this is the problem I have with. I know this is supposed to be positive, and I like ice cream. But if you've got to choose between the two, which one are you choosing? Because I'm choosing the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor.
I love the Plaza.
I will say for this, and
I like the soft serve. I like soft serve.
Okay.
I like Plaza, but
I would rather have soft serve because at the end of the day, I can go to the grocery store and I can buy Edie's ice cream, Eddie's ice cream, whatever it is that I always forget that
likes it so much you can't remember the freaking name of it.
I don't. That is not an ice cream brand that I buy. I do not care for it at all. So. But ultimately I can just buy that and have it at home. Whereas soft serve, I'm not getting a soft serve machine just so I can make it. So
you could.
I would be over your house. Air fryer you don't use.
How could I? You're right. I could just get a soft serve machine.
See?
That seems really practical.
Problem solved.
Wow.
It's possible.
I mean, come on, Craig.
Cheapers, mister. Why
we
didn't I think
live
of that?
in Florida. It's hot all the time. You'd use it all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Be very
Your
practical.
life would be a lot shorter.
Wow. How did I not think of it?
Okay.
Invest in
I don't
that.
buy Edie's ice cream
do you go to Storybook Treats then?
I actually did just go there because I wanted to try one of the 7 Dwarfs treats that are part of this. It was a chocolate coffee with a vanilla caramel. And it was delicious.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It was an actual coffee?
Yeah, it was chocolate. It was as if so the twist for the ice cream, it was as if the chocolate in there
coffee.
they added
Swirl.
coffee flavor to it as well too. And then the vanilla they added caramel flavoring to it. So it had all 4 flavors and you could distinguish all of them in there. It was very good.
Jackie.
Yeah, because anytime they add coffee to anything, I am all about
all
it.
the coffee.
Right
now.
I don't know if it's an everyday one because from my understanding,
Sounds like
the
special.
7 Dwarfs one, maybe it's weekly, but
I like how you keep calling
I believe
it 7
they're
dwarfs, like 7 Stephen Dwarfs of it.
Yeah, I don't. Let's not get on me about that. But the fact is, right now for the 50th, they're trying to feature the different ones, so you don't know what cone you will get while you're there.
Wait, who was
that
it
happened
then?
to be? Mine was Doc, I think. Doc Happier Doc. Doc or Happy? I've got it on my phone.
I thought you meant like the whole, like the flavor and everything was him. Is it like the cone has his picture on it? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's got a white
I was thinking like the Doc ice cream, the Doc special was the one with the coffee and the thing and everything with it. I got you.
Keep talking.
No, I was going to say just this thing, the specialty soft serves they've been doing. I appreciate that very much about them doing all that stuff. So, oh yeah, it's got a little buckle.
Yeah, a buckle and the white chocolate. Well, obviously for the viewers, you will be seeing a photo of the ice cream.
Oh, wait,
again now at this point.
Rhino, describe.
But we need Rhino to describe it for the audio listeners.
Okay, listen. It's a stout, short. There's white ribbing. It is a circular, sort of a moon with a balding gentleman's cap he's wearing on it.
It's fading.
And
Wake up
he's got a square, what looks like the picture frame that framed the friend's apartment is right in the middle.
Yes.
And
Accurate.
two-toned ice cream on a person's thumb with white and blue paper.
Now,
wow.
Magnificent.
I feel like the frame around the friend's door isn't just a perfect square. This is a square buckle.
It's not, but I wanted them to imagine something a little bit better.
If anything, you should have said, remember back to our episode last time on Liberty Square where we described the buckles that are on shoes of colonial people.
That's right.
There's a colonial buckle in the middle of the ice cream.
My 10th grade pre-algebra teacher, she wore shoes with this shape on them, a buckle, because she was a colonial woman.
So we know from this, 1, 2, buckle my shoes.
Yes.
1, 2, buckle your shoe. 3, 4, eat that ice cream.
There you go.
So Storybook Treats wins. Friar's Nook. It's food that's not great for you. It might be a long wait, but it's good.
hey.
They have that toad burger right now, too.
Food that's not great for you, that's usually the best tasting.
It is hard to eat hot tater tots in the hot Florida sun.
Don't you dare. Don't
Yeah.
you
No,
dare.
it's easy.
Is it?
It's easy. And you know what? At the end of the day, this quick service restaurant is about Friar Tuck. Like, what world do we get a Friar Tuck restaurant in
Disney.
in 2022?
Disney World.
Okay. Thank you for answering that,
You
Rhino.
asked.
Thank you. Well, Rhino, we've got to get through these last couple ones because
Okay,
this is going way too
okay,
long, and I am
okay.
so tired of it. Think if we would have done Fantasyland all together.
Okay,
It would have been
okay.
a full-length feature movie.
Fair point.
We're getting onto that point here. Shopping, number 58,
It would
Fantasy
have tanked.
Fantasy Fair. Oh, this one did tank. This one tanked harder than, what's a movie that tanked recently?
Harder than Steven Spielberg's West Side Story,
True.
which was
Never
actually a
saw
phenomenal
that.
movie. Coming to Disney Plus March 2nd. Watch it.
I'm not going to spoil the ending for you.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to
thanks.
spoil.
Appreciate it.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but somebody dances.
Unbelievable, Rhino.
Who knew
Thanks.
that people didn't want to see a story again that's already been told multiple times
Who knew?
over?
I'd argue this is the best version of that story.
Really?
But I don't like West Side
I don't
Story,
know.
so I'm not one to be trusted.
I would say Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet if I had a choice, but that is just mine. Claire Danes, Leo.
Yes.
Can't
Romeo
go wrong.
plus Juliet.
Yes. Baz Luhrmann. Okay, Fantasy Fair 58. I believe this is the gift shop that is the PhilharMagic one that can never be changed. Otherwise, Peter Pan will have to go through coding issues.
Shut up. I don't know anymore.
That was still the same episode.
Oh my gosh.
It feels like months ago.
5 years ago.
I don't. What's in the shop? What's in the shop?
So it's-
There's instruments on the walls.
Sometimes
Yes, it's just
records.
a whistle. Go ahead. Jackie.
Just cute things,
Yeah.
too. Just
Lots of little things.
cute. Yeah.
Back when face masks were being sold, there were lots and lots of face masks
Yeah.
there. It's not anymore, but you can find a little bit of everything in there. Shirts and
Yeah.
they've got a lot of mini ear headbands, Mickey ear headbands, if you want them.
I seem to remember
hats.
buying a baby Tigger. A Tigger
Oh, they
like
do
in
have
PJs.
plushes. Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably bought those in the Winnie the Pooh shop, though.
Well,
Which
I
is
was
not
thinking
on the
so.
list.
100-acre
Except-
goods.
Yeah, it's
And
not on their
that's
list.
a really good
It's not on
shop.
their list.
That's not.
Where is that
No.
shop?
That I was like,
It's right next to Many
is it right next
Adventures.
to Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
Because
And
that's
it's
what I was
fantastic.
confused about. I'm like, where is that one shop?
So that's what. Yeah. So that's
Why is it not on the
100-acre
map?
goods.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
but
really-
not on the list. Well, listen, this is not the first time we've called out Disney being wrong on their
right.
park
Come
map.
on, Disney.
right.
Yeah, so 100-acre good
This is
missing.
investigative journalism at its best.
It is, but I think we can all agree 100-acre goods. Good. Good.
Yeah, really good.
Good. Rhino?
It's okay.
Okay. And then, of course, we're going to wrap things up with number 61, Sir Mickey's. And this got
Oh,
a...
we got our Mickey's.
Oh, we got our Mickey's. I mean, this got a beanstalk.
It's so good.
Yes.
Like look up at the ceiling at the where the wall meets the ceiling. If you go in there, just look up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So good.
It's really good.
Back in the day, this is where you could find all things Frozen. I haven't been in there in a while, so but it's all princessy things.
Yeah, I was going to say they moved everything from Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique that you could buy
Yeah.
in there is basically inside Sir Mickey's.
There you go.
And so, every once in a while I just walk in there and say, I think I could fit.
I don't love
One
that that's
leg.
what they did.
One
That's what they did.
Well, what do you want in there instead, Jackie?
Well, Sir Mickey's, like, I remember it having a lot of guys' t-shirts, a lot of, like, more masculine kinds of t-shirts. And they used to have the ones where the character was popping out of the front with the face, and then their tush was on the back. So I remember laughing at those when Zach was a teenager. So
That was like 15 years ago. I don't want to break it to you, but I don't think the merch lasts that long. But I know exactly what shirts you're talking about.
That
That's
was
the funny
last
thing.
time I was in there. Yeah.
It's all things princessy. Like
Sir
before,
Mickey's doesn't seem like like a princessy shop
but
name.
you can get your thingamabobs, the brush that looks like Ariel's thingamabob, brush your hair with your fork, that kind of thing.
Well, Jackie's taking a hard stance that the
I'm
name
sorry.
has
Not
to
happy.
match what's
It should.
inside.
I
Sir
mean,
Mickey's
legit.
does not
Like
sound like a princessy. Like that is not.
Well, who is Sir Mickey trying to save?
Mm-mm.
A princess.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm ending this thing. We're ending this now.
Yeah.
This has gone on too long.
but fair point. Fair point.
I just who thought of doing that and why?
We're ending this. It's over. We're going back on the rails. Thank you so much, everyone out there, for surviving this.
We're sorry.
Sorry about that.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed it and you're watching, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, questions, video suggestions in the comment section below. If you're listening to this, please subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And if it's through Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star rating and review. And if you want to support us even more, you can book a trip through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Get a free no obligation quote today at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. But that's going to do it for this week's episode of Off the Rails. We'll see you again next time we go off the rails. Take care. Bye-bye.